9:47. Now, award-winning Braille artist Clarke Reynolds hosted his first solo art exhibition. It's called The Power of Touch last year, and it allowed visitors to view, touch and experience art in the way that someone with limited vision would.
And this was a massive hit amongst schools and families, and now he's all set for his second solo exhibition called 5 Degrees of Vision.
Well, he joins us now, and it's a real pleasure to see you this morning. Talk us through this, because I don't think most of us really know what Braille art is. I mean, heck, we don't really know how Braille works, basically.
The idea is I treat the Braille as typeface. Like, you know, there's famous typographers out there. So I'm basically a Braille typographer. And what I do is I blow up the dot, I make it powerful, I give it colour, and we start to talk about Braille and sight loss through the medium of my art.
OK, so what I have here, Clarke, if I can show that, is a shopping list?
Shopping list, yeah, because obviously when I go to schools, I'm trying to think of words that we always use in our vocabulary.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, when you go shopping, you know, the bread, milk, eggs, flour, there's always words that we always use. So it's a great way, and I say that piece has been touched by thousands of children over the last couple of years.
How many items are on this shopping list?
Oh, I have no idea. No idea. Probably about 20.
And how do the children... I mean, you've taught thousands, you were telling me. How do they react when they get to...
They love it because children, they're sponges, they absorb the information really quickly. You know, you're touching it right now and you're trying to understand it. And then the idea is I give Braille colour because I want to make Braille inclusive. So it's not just about the visually impaired community, it's about everyone. Because if I made it inclusive, it would be everywhere. It would be on every toilet door. It would be Braille menus. It'd become the norm. And that's really important.
Yeah, I mean, look, I've got the alphabet here, which is... which actually is really interesting because you can see what you're touching and work out what, you know what the letter is that way. It's still, my brain doesn't want to compute it, though.
It's a mathematical language, which is really key. So when I go into schools, I not only teach them Braille, but I stick the maths in through the art, and obviously we talk about social standards through the nature of Braille. And that's why I want Braille to be taught into primary schools during the month of October, which is World Sight Loss Month. You know, and you can have so much fun. I mean, I remember going to a school with reception children, and I used them, like the kids, as the dots themselves. So we spelt out words. So we spelt out the word boat, and then we did the action. We did them. So I made it fun for everyone, and yeah, it's great.
Where did this come from then with you, Braille art? Because I think it's fair to say you have a very challenging life, a challenging childhood.
Exactly,
How did this happen?
I think, so I've always used dots in my artwork. I'm a big fan of pointillism, because when I was younger and I was blind in one eye, people used to say, how did I see? And I always used to say it was like looking for 1,000 dots, you know. And when I lost my sight 10 years ago in the other eye, you know, obviously I wanted to be that artist that I always wanted to be at 6 years old. And then someone gave me a Perkins Braille typewriter, and I learnt Braille instantly, and it was like, it's just a pattern. Yeah, and why can't this be an art form? You know, and then I was exploring it for colour. And like I said, it's a way of telling stories. You know, my new exhibition, The 5 Degrees of Vision, at the Grove Gallery, is not just the coloured dots. I've created Pac-Man, Space Invaders and Tetris in Braille, but it tells stories of my life about how I'm perceived in the social world. You know, unfortunately, apparently, as a blind artist, it's a hobby. This is a hobby, apparently.
Really?
Yeah, this way, yeah.
Why is it classed as that, then? That's ridiculous.
It's really weird. In the creative industry, it's really frowned upon, the word disability in the creative sector. Now, I was an artist before I lost my sight. You know, I got my degrees and stuff. But because I lost my sight, what do? Oh, I do art. Oh, isn't it nice you've got a hobby? That's the attitude. Yeah. And, you know, I strive to be a blue-chip artist. I strive to be as big as Damien Hirst and Tracy Edmonds of this world. Because why not? I have those ambitions.
Yeah, well, exactly. I wonder if partly because people, if you're listening on the radio, you won't know this. If you're on the telly, you will. You've got a bright red suit on now. So in the clips we were showing then, you were wearing this bright yellow suit. But you're clearly someone who wants to stand out. And I wonder if we don't see enough blind people in society in that way.
That's true. Yeah. You've hit the nail on the head. You know, these platforms, these shows I'm on, give me the ability to reach out to schools. Schools find out about me and they email me, and, you know, I go off to the schools, which is great. But also, what is sight loss? What is sight loss in the creative industry? I always say the sports industry. So disabled athletes, we don't look upon them as disabled athletes anymore. We see them as athletes in their own right because of the nature of the exposure. Now, that's what I want. I want us to take that and bring it into the creative industry. So, you know, likes of blind artists, cameramen, editors, poets, you know, we get the recognition for what we do in society.
And you must inspire so many other people.
I think so. It's great. I get emails from all around the world, and what's great is people are starting to use me as part of their national curriculum.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. I've got a class named after me in a school in London.
Oh, have you?
I still have to pinch myself because it's just bizarre. You know, it's... and I'm off to America next month to do my first international solo show. Again, working with visually impaired children and autistic children. You know, I really want to empower them to be... I want to be the first. Someone's got to be the first to do something. But to break through that wall, break through the stigma attached to sight loss, and that way, when they come through, they say, right, I'm going to be just like Clarke. It's like, I want to be just like Damien Hirst.
Well, that's a wonderful
brilliant.
thing. Yeah, thank you so much for coming in this morning. It's been really great.
Thank you so much.
Right, that's it from us. Stay tuned.